Welcome back. We are talking about inequalities, and today we are solving multi-step inequalities. Very, very, very similar to solving multi-step equations, only we have an inequality symbol here, okay? But what I want you to do is pretend this inequality symbol is an equal sign, okay? And solve this exactly like you would a regular multi-step equation. So clearly the variable in this example is y, and we're solving for y. So that means we need to move the -2 to the other side of that inequality symbol and the -5 to the other side. We still do the opposite of what we were given, okay, the opposite operation. So the opposite of a -2 is a +2. Okay, and we bring down our -5y, bring down your inequality symbol, and 8 plus 2 is 10. Now I want you to put a star, okay, because this is one of two of the major differences between an inequality and an equation, okay? In this step we have, this is the -5 times y. And we have to solve for y, which means we need to move that -5 to the other side. How do we do that? By doing the opposite of what we were given, okay? And this is a -5 times y, and the opposite of times is divide. And so we're going to divide by -5 on both sides, okay? And those cancel, and you bring down your y. Now, again, I said put the star. The reason why I want you to put a star is because if you multiply, write this down, or divide by a negative number, okay, you have to flip, exclamation mark, flip the symbol, okay? And what we did here was we divided by a negative number. So that means we need to flip that symbol, okay? And then we have a positive divided by a negative, gives us a -2, and here is our solution. But we're not done yet, because the second difference is that we have to take this solution and graph it. So here we go. So we're going to draw our number line, put our 0, and our solution, our number is a -2. Here's a -2. And so how we say it is how we graph it. So we have y is greater than -2. So we have an open circle. And we said greater than, and greater than always goes to the right. And so that is our graph for this inequality, okay? We're going to do one more example for this video, just for fun. Okay, you can always stop it and rewind it, okay? You know, this is multi-step, so here we go. Okay, let me put some paper there, make it a little bit brighter. Okay, so here we go. So obviously, just like our multi-step algebraic equations, our 4 steps is there a distributed property opportunity, combine like terms, variables on both sides, and solve for the variable. So again, we're pretending that this is an equal sign and carry on as per usual. So here we have the distributed property, okay? So 3 times -x is -3x. 3 times 1 is a +3. Bring down your inequality symbol, and we have a -9. This is just like any regular multi-step equation, only it's actually an inequality. Okay, so in this situation, we would have to subtract 3 and divide by -3. So we're going to subtract 3. Bring down your -3x, bring down your inequality symbol, and we have a -12. And then we would have to divide by a -3, okay, because we haven't solved for x yet. That x isn't by itself yet. So we're going to divide by a -3, and I just said in the former example, okay, that if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to what? You have to flip the symbol. So bring down your x, flip that symbol, and a negative divided by a negative gives you a positive, and 12 divided by 3 is 4, and here is our solution. And now how you say this is how you graph it. So here we go. We have 0 and 4. This is really all you need, you guys, when you're doing your graphs, okay? So how we say this is x is less than or equal to a +4. So this equal to line underneath it means that we have to shade in the circle, and we said less than, and less than always goes to the left, and so that is our graph, and that is solving multi-step inequalities.